Hello and welcome to the Viewpoint Zone. I'm your host, Margaret Emory, and today we're so excited to welcome our special guest, Rubén Flores. He is a Mexican-American actor, performer who lives here in New York City. He's appeared in many Broadway shows, television shows, and we are honored and so happy to have him here on the Viewpoint Zone, where we will be discussing and exploring personal life philosophy, how to handle challenges, core values, and how to find meaning and purpose in your life. Well, without further ado, let's welcome Rubén. Hello, Rubén. It's so good to
Hello,
see you
likewise. Thank
after
you,
all
thank
of these
you.
years.
I know, thank you for having me here. And you know that I not only value your friendship, but everything you did before in my career to open doors. And you were the one who put me on Broadway.
Yay!
Yes.
And it was fabulous. It was so exciting. And who is our friend? Can you
It's,
introduce him?
yes. Hello, my name is Marvin. I'm a little dinosaur. He
Thank you.
is just my little baby, and we snuggle at night.
That's
He
wonderful.
pollinates my flowers.
Oh, that's very good. And let's dive in to this discussion with, I'm going to ask Ruben for three questions. And the first question has to do with I'd like you to name one of your core values or principles that you would say is the cornerstone of your personal life philosophy, and any kind of experience or event that might have led you to that through the years. Or...
Well, I would say resilience. It's resilience and integrity. But resilience, I noticed during the pandemic when we were in chaos and we lost everything. I have an aunt who is a therapist in Mexico, and she reminded me that throughout my life, I've been able to open doors by myself
Yes.
and to create structures without the help of anybody. And she said, just know that this situation is not going to be any different.
Right.
And so the pandemic, in a way, invited, it forced me, not forced me, but invited me to look within and just go through previous experiences in my life in which resilience was the key factor for success. When I left Mexico City after having a successful career on stage and television, and I came to New York in early 2001.
Yes, and you started all over.
Without speaking very good English. You remember me. You met me in 2002. And then when I left my hometown in Mexico, in the north part of Mexico, to go to Mexico City and start my career also as a performer. So there were instances in my life in which, without knowing,
Yes.
my resilience helped me
Absolutely.
succeeding.
It's like an innate quality that you have, and you have to definitely treasure that. And it's so valuable. I mean, I do think that it's a quality that can be taught, or you can learn it, but
I think we all have it, and we're not aware that we have it.
that's a very good way to
and,
say
and,
it.
and the
Yes.
thing is that I feel that nowadays there's this territory that people could be conquering if they were willing to become more resilient.
Yes, I
think
mean, there's really a victim mentality
correct
these days.
correct.
I mean, to be very blunt and say that, because we all know that everybody, life is not easy. There's lots of challenges, especially these days. It's true. But, you can't kind of drown yourself
No,
in that
absolutely, and this is
mentality.
something that I realized when in the middle of the pandemic that I needed to take responsibility for my own actions as opposed to complain and playing the victim card.
Yes,
right?
and hoping someone will come in and save
Correct.
you, or,
Correct.
this person, they might be able to help me, or I mean, I'm sure definitely we can find help from, support systems and whatever, but it has to come from within.
Yeah, I mean, and in my experience, I felt that I hit that point in the pandemic that I said to myself, how can I change my circumstances? What can I do?
Yes.
And so that willingness
Yes.
to change my conditioning and my set of instructions in my brain
Yes.
led me to explore more and grow and make changes inside that then started manifesting on the outside.
That's wonderful. Oh, I love that. That's such a wonderful response. Very, very important wisdom words for all of us. And we're just so happy to have you here. Let's go to the second question. All right, let's see. The second question, it has to do a little bit with what you've been talking about, but I'm sure you can expand or go into another direction. How do you handle challenges or difficult life situations? Do you have a particular mindset or approach?
Yes, I'm a very positive person.
Yes, look at that face. Very positive.
I'm a very positive person, and that also came... I was before, but the pandemic enhanced it.
Yes.
Accentuated it. I always see the bright side in situations. I always look... when I moved from Mexico City to New York, I was heartbroken because Mexico was not offering me the kind of opportunities that my career needed.
Yes.
To
and
grow.
It was the place of your birth. I mean,
Correct.
It was your land.
Yes, and so I didn't. I had offers to do soap operas, but I was not willing to do the casting couch. So
yes.
I remember I came here, and my positive view of life helped me understand that there was like this abundance that was awaiting for me. And so the obstacles were just going to be the greatest teachers because they were going to help me build my resilience, and they were going to help me develop the skills for survival.
Well, see, that's really wonderful what you say, but it's a very interesting perspective because you could see the future. You could see the future that was bright and full, and you also had the perspective where you saw that you would take the steps to go. I love the siren. We're in New York. We're in the middle of Central Park in New York, and there's the siren. Your positivity could see that there was abundance in the future for you, and you were able to take yourself on the journey of learning step by step.
Correct.
I mean, you are very positive, but you're also humble. I mean, listen, you had a great career in Mexico, and you left that to start.
And you know why I'm humble. And I'm gonna go back after I tell you this. I'm gonna go back to those people producers in Mexico City who did not believe in me or told me that I was the worst actor. They were the greatest teachers because without them, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, you wouldn't have had the impetus.
Yes,
you wouldn't have had the impetus to move, to come here, to learn, to grow, to expand, to reach your potential.
Yes,
which obviously we're still growing and learning and reaching our potential. It doesn't, you don't stop, but you have a very good, an open perspective.
Yes.
An open perspective, and you believe in the abundance. Life is good.
Yes,
life
and the universe is always on your side. It's a friendly universe. It's not, the situations
that may arise. Get you.
No, exactly.
Which brings me to the third and final question in this short interview. The third question is simply, what gets you up out of bed in the morning? I.e., how do you find meaning and purpose in your life?
Well, this is also something that I learned in the pandemic. I I start my day with a morning meditation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gratitude meditation, and um, part of it, it's a guided meditation that I downloaded from YouTube from a guy from Spain,
Mm-hmm.
and I really loved his choice of words because they're very positive, and it's like being grateful
Mm-hmm.
for the amazing things that the day is gonna bring. And
Yes.
so that helps me turn on that switch
Yes.
in the morning.
Yes.
As soon as I wake up, I make coffee, I light up my candle, and then I do my meditation before my morning prayers. And so what gets me out of bed is that this feeling, this certainty that something amazing is going to happen, and I cannot wait to see what it is.
Yeah, it's like
Whether it
every day
is
is like Christmas.
Yes, whether it is a little flower that is opening, or I find a $20 bill on the street, or I see somebody that I haven't seen in years, or a homeless person that I can give something
Mm-hmm.
to them. So I'm not, when I say an amazing thing, I am not
It's like winning. You're not
married
saying
to a certain outcome.
winning the lottery,
Correct,
or
correct.
but
Because
it's
it can be a small thing that is fabulous.
yeah,
Right.
and if you have that perspective, and you're you're opening yourself up to an amazing thing, then you find it. It finds you, and
My whole philosophy in general, not only as an actor, is to be an instrument of light and love, right?
yes,
Unconditional love, unconditional love, I'm sorry. And so I always try to smile at somebody or help with their bags or, with a stroller or, whatever it is. I
yes,
always try to find situations in which I can make a positive contribution to somebody else. And that's why
yes.
Marvin is always with me, because the moment people see Marvin, they
They
smile and,
smile,
like,
absolutely. I mean,
yeah,
look at these cute little
yeah.
shoes. They're so adorable, aren't they cute?
Thank
He's a
you.
runner,
I
like
kiss you.
Rubén.
I kiss you. Mm.
Thank you, Marvin.
You're
That
welcome.
was so sweet. Well, this has been a wonderful conversation. I mean, it's just, I just am so grateful that you bring that ray of light, because it's such good energy, and we can all use the
And
good
we all have
energy.
it. That's the thing.
That's
We
right.
all have it. We
So
just need to turn it
just
on.
exactly, it's
Give
like a little
ourselves
switch
permission
to
to
turn it
shine.
on and have that
Yeah.
intention of
Yeah.
living life that way.
The world, it's a better place when you're happy. The world and humanity benefits from you being happy, from you to choosing
And it's a
to
choice.
vibrate in like high frequency.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Of course,
Rubén.
what an honor to be here. I hope
So
what I said, it's of um,
great
you know,
import, great
yeah.
import, and very resonating and so valuable and such wonderful wisdom. And so thank you, and thank you for watching. And if you have enjoyed this conversation, please consider subscribing to the channel, like, share, send us your comments. We always like to hear from you and hear what you have to say or what you want to include in maybe another interview. But in the meantime, once again, thank you for watching, and until next time.
Adios.